I grew up in Savannah, and I think as most people who grew up with the community center have very fond memories of that.
I didn't grow up in Jacksonville. I grew up in another city where there was a JCA, and it was wonderful because you had the opportunity to meet other people of your own age, and you could do things, and it was a meeting ground, and it was great.
I've had the opportunity of visiting other community centers in other cities in Tampa and Orlando, and I've seen what it's done for those cities.
After growing up in Duluth, Minnesota, which is just a small town, and here this small town had a Jewish community center.
When we used to live up north, we had one up there. When we moved down here and there wasn't one, that was a big disappointment.
The wonderful part about growing up at the community center in Atlanta is that all the Jewish people knew each other, all the Jewish children.
I believe that Jacksonville is ready and needs that type of facility at this point in time.
Help us make it a reality, please.
My father started Beauclair Country Club, and I grew up there, and that piece of property was just a part of my life.
Joe P. Safer had the original idea, the late Joe P. Safer, and it was his vision to do something with the old Beauclair Country Club property.
Joe Safer came to me and said, you know what we should have on that property is a Jewish community center. And I said, what is that?
It's for an educational experience, it's for a cultural experience of our heritage, it's for the health activities you want, and for the whatever programs can be brought in there. It's to give everybody an opportunity to share in what we have.
It's a meeting place for groups, for every Jewish organization in town.
It brings about great camaraderie.
To foster a sense of identity with the Jewish community as well as Israel.
I don't know very many people from the temple, and I'm from the conservative synagogue. And if we all get together, then maybe we'll get to know each other and do more things together.
We all need the closeness that other cities have with their center, so I think everyone's really looking forward to it.
And this is going to be the so-called missing link that's going to make a wonderful chain from one generation to another.
Today is the most exciting day in Jacksonville Jewish history.
I think looking back to when we started, none of us knew where we were going. We were making the map as we went.
I think the focus groups were really the basis for the entire success of the JCA as it began. We had hundreds of people seeking feedback and saying, what would you like to see at a JCA?
It took a lot of vision, it took a lot of guts, and it took a lot of fortitude to be able to pull something like that together.
The vision that those that founded the JCA here in Jacksonville's Jewish community can be seen in what it's affected is it's really allowed the Jewish community to come together in ways that it never could before.
I tend to look at the JCA like a neighborhood. It's really a place where people come together and share experiences.
We have programs that run the gamut of almost every activity of Jewish life, and also provide services that are critical and essential for contemporary families.
They have the richness and the fullness of having a safe place to go to be with other kids and make new relationships that are going to be one day lifelong relationships.
I think because we have very high standards, we understand what's appropriate for young children, how they grow and develop, and I really feel that we have geared our curriculum and our program to meet those needs. Our staff is wonderful and committed.
also services to senior adults that really improve the quality of their lives and also provides them with longer independent living.
It's given me a real new life in providing some services in the things that interest me, primarily languages, classical music, movies. It has really given me an anchor for most of my activities in Jacksonville now.
Well, we really use the JCA virtually in all aspects of life. It's amazing. My kids go to school there, go to summer camp there, learn how to swim, use the theater program, and I actually met my wife through a JCA networking function.
Where did people go before we had a JCA? I have no idea.
We had a Jewish singles party at the Florida Theater. Sometimes in the future, we'll have a party like this at the JCA.
We have a 2-week book festival where we bring in authors from all over the country whose new books are coming out.
My kids are friends with other children that they met in the theater program that they otherwise would not necessarily have gotten to be friends with because they go to other synagogues or they aren't even part of the Jewish community. It's a spectacular program.
We do a concert series in the winter, bringing in musicians from the Young Concert Artists Organization. We have an art gallery that's great. So there is a need there, and it's one of the things we do at the JCA is to try to fulfill the needs of the community.
Well, it's a unique institution in that it serves all the community. It's an opportunity for people of all ages to be engaged in a variety of programs, just a complete array of what makes life worthwhile.
It provides the general community with an understanding of who we are as a people. As non-Jews come into our building, they understand our traditions and our culture, and it builds an understanding and a tolerance of who we are.
Everybody knows what the JCA is, not just the Jewish community, the entire community.
We are very proud to be partners with JCA. They provide quality services to our community. One of the missions of United Way is to unite generations, and JCA is a superb example of uniting generations.
Through programs such as Do the Right Thing has really united the Jewish community with the community at large. Allison Nussbaum always does the right thing.
The JCA has been working in partnership with the Jewish Federation and all of the agencies and synagogues, and through this partnership, through mutual respect, has really allowed for more bridge building and for more cooperative ventures, for more things to be done together.
It's my hope and my dream that 15 years from now we'll sit back and look, and that we can be even more proud of what we've accomplished in the next 15 years as we are today.
Every day I go by there, the parking lot is filled. No one ever imagined that parking would be a problem there. No one ever imagined that there'd be close to or over 2,000 family units that would belong to the JCA.
I would recommend to anyone that this is something that should be a part of their life.
The JCA just can be someplace that completely touches your life every single day.
This really is a community center donated to Jacksonville by the Jewish community. And since that has happened, our stock as Jews has gone way up. I guess we were always on the radar screen somewhat in this town, but we really are now and will always be, and largely because of this institution.
It raises the level of interest in the community. It makes you want to be a part of it when you have something that you can be wrapped up in. The young kids will get more, the middle kids, the seniors, they'll all get a share out of it. It's going to make it better for everyone. All the congregations will be helped by it, and it'll make our community a stronger Jewish community.